Guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about the 8 books that I read in December. The first book that I read was Woman Evolve by Sarah Jakes Roberts. It was a faith-based book, kind of self-help, kind of boost your confidence, get over your fears, change your life kind of book. I gave it 4 stars. I thought it was pretty good. I think that there was some tangible advice that you could get out of that book. So if that is something that you would like, I think that you would really enjoy it. The second book that I read is My Heart is a Chainsaw by Stephen Graham Jones. This book almost put me in a reading slump. It was not for me. I gave it 2 stars. Maybe 3. I like the main character, but sometimes when I'm listening to an audiobook, things they kind of start to get jumbled together. I was trying to see if I could find this book at the library just to kind of make sense of what was going on, and I think that maybe picking it up and reading it again and like actually reading it would be better, but this book wasn't for me. It was really slow, and to be fair, the synopsis, which is about a young girl, she's 17, she lives in a very small town, it's gentrifying, she has some trauma, and she is obsessed with serial killers. She's obsessed with slasher movies, she loves everything slasher horror, she knows the archetype for characters, she knows her stuff, and she thinks that there is a slasher movie kind of like coming to life right around her in her town. To be fair, that synopsis didn't drag me in, but her character is really interesting and intriguing, and it was nice to read from her, but just the plot was not something that I enjoyed, and it wasn't something that I was able to get into. The third book that I read this month is This Kind of Love by Kaylin and Kyra Edwards. They are YouTubers. I didn't really watch their channel regularly. I've definitely watched some of their videos before. I gave their book 4 stars, but I think that I am leading into not really rating nonfiction, especially like memoirs and life stories, or if I do, I would just give it 5 stars just because I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was brave. I'm not like a longtime fan or consistent watcher, so everything was new to me. I didn't have the experience of feeling like, oh, this is what was going on behind the scenes, or oh, this is the background. Everything was really new, and I thought it was good. I thought they spoke about their growing up, their marriage, how their relationship evolved, and I thought it was pretty good. So if you watch their channel, or if you're interested in kind of a shorter book to read, then I thought that was pretty good. The next book that I read was Atomic Habits by James Clear. This is like the book that I feel like makes its rounds on like Book Talk, and it's like one of those, like, I don't know if it's the #1 self-help book, but it's really up there. You recognize it. It was good. I gave it 4 stars, maybe 3 stars. It had some tangible advice. I don't think that you have to read it. I think that it's like, to me, it strikes me as a book that if you don't read often, I think you would really appreciate. And for that, I like it because I think that reading is, should be easy to consume if you are trying to get into reading, or you don't have a lot of time to read. So I thought it was good, and I think that if you are on the journey of creating some consistent habits, then it might be worth the read for you. The next book that I read is In the Dream House by Carmen Maria Machado. 5-star read. 5-star read. Excellent is not even the word. It was so good. It is about Carmen. She's writing short stories about her relationship, her abusive relationship with a woman, and the way that it affected her friends, a lot of reflection, and just becoming aware of the way that that relationship and the dynamic changed her in the way that she viewed different aspects of her life. I thought it was so good. I think that anybody could benefit from that. I think that reading it, I think that so many people could take something from it and realize some things. And so 5 stars, definitely recommend it. The book that I read was My Favorite Half Night Stand by Christina Lauren. It was about 2 scientists named Millie and Reed who have been friends for a couple of years, strictly platonic, never on a relationship level, and their relationship became more close one night, and it was just kind of about how their relationship evolved. I thought it was good. I gave it 4 stars. It was a very quick read. Christina Lauren is my favorite romance author. I think that she is really easy to read. She's funny. She writes characters that are funny, and I really enjoy her writing. And I think I said I gave it 4 stars. The next book that I read was The Secret Lives of Church Ladies by Deesha Philyaw. Very good. 5 stars. It is multiple short stories about women in the church and their lives. I don't want to give too much away. I think every story is pretty short, and kind of, I want to say that the church is just where they're connected. They all go to church, or they have a relationship with the church, but the church is not the main focus of the story. The women and their lives and their sexuality and their education and their upbringing and becoming self-aware and learning, and their trauma is by far the main part and component of these stories, and it's very good. I've had the book for over a year, and I can't believe that I hadn't read it sooner. I really recommend reading it. The last book, my 50th book that I read this year, is The Letters to a Young Female Physician, Notes from a Medical Life by Suzanne Koven. And this is about a woman reflecting on her experiences as a physician. She actually was an English major in undergrad and graduated with a degree in English, and then I think it was very shortly after, maybe a year later, she wanted to go back to medical school. And she did, and it just detailed her experiences in her classes, her science classes that she took, her application, being in medical school, and working her way to becoming a professional doctor, and the experiences that she faced as a woman. And she really highlighted her experiences as a woman and the things that were said to her, the way that she was treated, and the way that she was expected to behave and act as a woman doctor. And the book is, she's reflecting, she's at the end of her career, but she became a doctor, I would like to say, in the mid-70s or early 80s. And so as time progresses, we really can see how things have changed, and the nature of medical school and the pressure that is put on, and just what it means and to be a doctor. She also spoke about just losing her parents and the way that she handled that, and what it means to have this background, that medical knowledge, and her relationship with death. I think it was one of the best books that I've read this year. I thought it was so interesting. And this is coming from someone who was also a liberal arts major. I don't have any science or medical background, but my mom is a nurse, and I actually think that one day I would like to go back to school and go to nursing school. And so kind of learning about that side of industry was really interesting and fascinating to me, and I really would recommend reading it. I am so proud of myself for this reading goal that I hit. I think that next year I might do 25. I know that that's compared to 50 is half, but I think there's going to be some bigger career changes for me coming in the new year, and some things that I want to pursue, and I don't want to pressure myself into setting a goal that I may or may not be able to complete, because you know, but yeah, I hope you guys all read. I have a Christmas book haul coming soon, so thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.